And I've always lived in the suburbs, so of course I looked in the suburbs. So, and I just looked in places that I actually lived. I didn't look in the city of Atlanta because I never lived in the city of Atlanta. But they don't lie. Like, even the laws are just so old. Like, and anybody who lives in these counties or these cities, you can go down to their courthouses. What do you see? What do you see?
The same thing you see in the Vegas courthouse.
No, you don't. You don't see the segregation with a sign used to say blacks. You don't see that shit still up there. You don't. That shit is still there in Henry County and in Cobb County. The shit, they didn't paint it over, but you can see where it was separate water fountains, and you can see where they had separate doors from the freaking 50s. Like, and that don't make no sense. Y'all remodeling, in Georgia especially, spend so much money on freaking roads and construction to still have that. That's just unnecessary. Right. But that just sends a message. And all them freaking statues. And yes, some of them black people went and tore that shit down. But it just like...
Hey, you messing with my camera. All that rolling ain't gonna work.
It just is unnecessary. And it just sends a message. It's just different. But you know, me and baby have two different point of views.
I mean, I don't feel like we have different point of views. Like, I definitely can see your perspective. I guess for me, I've never seen it. I've never been to the Henry County or Cobb County courthouse and seen segregation. Like, it's not something I've seen before, but it doesn't make it any less real or any less important. It's just not something that I've ever seen. So it's not that we have different point of views. It's just you witnessed it and you've seen things differently than I have. And you already know how I feel about racism because, I don't know, I guess I'm so used to discrimination for just my lifestyle and my sexuality that race didn't even get a chance. Like, you know, some people see it as you black, gay, and a woman, and it's like, but the reality is no matter what neighborhood you go to, no matter where I went, I was always gay first, especially the black people. Yeah. So, you know, like, I was always discriminated against, so I don't know. I feel like discrimination is discrimination, and a lot of people try to make racism worse than discrimination.
No.
And it's all the same. Like, it's still, you're discriminating. It's, you know, and so when people be like, when they talk about gays and they compare it to racism, they were like, it's not the same thing, but it is. Discrimination is discrimination.
It feels the same way.
It hurts. It hurts your feelings because you're telling somebody that the way that they are is wrong, or the way that they are because you don't understand it, or because you have your own idea of what it is, you shut it down immediately, which is what Babe and I went through when we got together in high school. Discrimination. And it was not because we were black, not because we were black women. It was because we were two women. No matter what kind of women we were two women. And that was just not a thing.
It was so bizarre. Like,
marriage wasn't even legal. So what does that tell you? Like, marriage didn't get legal until we were in our 20s for same sex. I don't know. It's hard for me to y'all. It's hard for me. I don't know. When it comes down to discrimination, it's a rabbit hole for me because I check so many boxes of minority. Like, everything about me is a minority. Everything about me is rare. Everything about me is...
That's a $2 bill.
Hey, like a $2 bill. But you know, just, I don't know, like, it's just weird. Like, that's why in businesses and life, like, I'm not the type of person that say I don't see color, because I understand how that is offensive to some people. But the reality is, I see human, and I see human only. I see human first. And then, yeah, I notice what color you are, and I notice your tendencies. But I notice I call you a Karen if you a snitching black woman, or a snitch is, whoever. If a snitch is a snitch, snitch is a Karen for me. Like, ooh, all right, Karen. Like, I don't care what you look like. And if you offended...
Patrolling Patty. Patrolling Patricia.
Permit Patty.
All y'all.
All of that. Like,
No matter your race.
no matter your race, it's your behavior. It's your actions. Like,
Trouble Tawana.
not trouble. Right, who trouble to one? What story that was? You just made up some bossy Brittany.
Show Liz.
Like, it's, you know, it's
Got a
it's-
plan for that for Bella High.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
That needs to be a lifestyle, y'all. Like,
It should.
yeah, that's on me.
Yeah, it is. But I said it to say, it's your behavior. It's who you are as a person that makes it where we'll never connect. Because I can connect with anything, anybody, because I'm not talking to the flesh. I'm talking to your spirit. Spirit to spirit. Like, I'm not interested in the ignorance that comes with being human and all the extra stuff. Like, who is, like, can I get to your core? I want to touch your soul, girl. But yeah, so that's my perspective. And
You
yeah,
wanna touch my soul?
I want to touch your soul. But I feel like y'all have to have your own perspective. And one thing about it is, my eyesight is my eyesight. If I put on Babe's glasses, I can't see out of her glasses. If she put on my glasses, she can't see out of my glasses.
Sis.
So I say that to say that your perspective and your point of view is through your lens. And how you see it is through your lens. You can't make someone see what you want them to see, and they can't make you see what you want them to see. And the sooner you accept that, the better life is. You have some people that love to see different perspectives. Like me, I love to see different point of views. I love to hear different point of views. I love to challenge you with a different point of view. But if I believe something in my heart, can't nobody change that.
No, you sure can't.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Nobody ever make me believe that love doesn't heal everything. I won't ever believe that love heals all. You can't ever make me believe that everybody just so evil until they're proven that they're sweet. You'll never get me to believe that. You'll never get me to. It's so many things that you'll never get me to believe.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I'm not wired to go for anything.
My baby Jesus. Sweet.
My head itch.
My hair probably both dry. I know my hair dry.
Yeah, I need some oil.
She needs the oils, but
we started this conversation
about our
and got so far. Y'all, our conversations, this is how our conversations go.
it be so long.
We cannot stay focused on one topic. Ever.
No.
Ever.
It be a journey.
It do be a journey. And sorry for y'all that like topics to be
Straight to the point, but
that ain't how we are. So
this is the way we live. That's all I got. I can't think of nothing else to rhyme. But back to the topic at hand. I just wanted baby to know that it wasn't all her fault why I ended up being like this. Like, she changed me, but she also changed me for the better. Like, I feel like when we first got in a relationship, she wanted me to be very submissive. I remember telling her, girl, I don't have no, first of all, I never heard the word until she said that. To me, that was so offensive because I'm like, in my mind, that goes in the book with saying yes ma'am to everybody. I'm like, submissive. And if anybody knows my parents, bitch, what? Like,
she had a different definition from what I had of what submissive means.
yeah, I had to go look it up.
Yeah,
And what
she thought slavery.
yeah, that's immediately what it went to. Or like something biblical. Like, I'm like submissive. And I'm like, even when I was married to the man and going to the church, like
married to the man and going down to the church.
what? I ain't learned that. So, you know, it definitely took me by surprise because I'm like, submissive, that ain't me. I've always like
been aggressive.
I've always been aggressive and I've always did what the hell I wanted to do.
But I've never been aggressive.
So, I mean, I guess I knew that I was aggressive, but my mom always told me that as a child, but nobody had ever told me that like as an adult. So, about myself that I was aggressive. So, like being with her, it was just like, I'm just being me. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm just really being me. So, it was definitely some adaptation that had to happen for this relationship to work.
What does submissive mean to you now?
It just means, honestly, I still don't really know. But it means like hear your partner out, I guess. Like, hear your partner out. Be willing to put yourself aside and, I guess, listen.
I mean, because the reality is we're submissive to each other.
Yeah, like you do for me, I do for you. I guess that's the...
Kinda, but submissive was more like softer approaches at times. Where...
That would never was explained.
Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's ask Siri. What is the actual definition?
But I was trying to figure out, why is my girlfriend at the time talking about some freaking submission? Like, what
is the definition of submissive?
And then
submissive means ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive.
Yeah.
You see that it's slavery.
Yeah, like I need to obey you. Like,
and that's not what I had meant. Cause I ain't gonna obey. You and somebody that don't even like rules.
I mean, yeah, but you kept saying it to me, and I'm just like, that just sounds like some old Southern slavery shit.
Yeah, but
like,
I wasn't saying it like, obey me, Brittany. Like, that's not what, I never meant it like that. Like, I never meant it like that. I never meant it in a way of what I say go. Like, if anything, I ask you to make most decisions. I ask you what you feel about certain
I mean,
things.
now, but back then,
Even back then, I would ask you like how you felt about things.
You would, but you still, like, when we first got together, y'all, it was rough. Like, when she used to say that, I know I cried a few times. I was
well,
like,
when I meant submissive, I wasn't talking about in an obeying way. Like,
but you never explained.
You never asked me to. So I never knew that you never knew what that even meant to me. Like, you never said, what do you mean by submissive? What is your definition of submissive? What, like, that was,
I mean, we talked about this in therapy.
Yeah, that was before therapy though. So we got a chance to
Yeah.
So that, I think that, you know, if you deal with that in your relationship when you're getting into something and someone mentions something that you're not familiar with and you have your own definition, maybe you should ask. Like, don't assume that person is talking about the same definition as you, because you might find yourself in a situation where you the only one mad because you the only one know what you're thinking. But I never said it. I never meant it in a way of bow down, bitches. Like, what I say go, what you say is a no. Like,
that's what I got.
But
from
that's
it.
not what I meant. Like, even moving to Vegas, you moving to States, bro. Like, all of that stuff. Like, even down to the beaches we would go. Like, or food, everything. I always like, babe, what you want to do, what you want. Like,
yeah, but like things, like at first, yes, but like when we moved to Vegas, and it really didn't like really hit me until we moved into our first apartment together, and that's when you kind of were just like, oh, I need you to, because I guess before, like, you know, we lived in student housing. Like, when I moved in with you, we lived in student housing. So we were like never like just alone.
Right.
So we would do our own thing, but you know, the house was pretty much always going. Like, something always happened.
Right.
So
Baby, a dog.
oh yeah, like it was a whole lot. Roommates, like so much.
It was a lot.
Best friends and they drama. It
was a lot.
It was a non-stop show. Like I wish we would have had a reality TV show back then.
Yeah, it was
like
there was never a dull moment.
Never. So, you know, when we moved by ourselves, it was like, okay, yo, this is for real. Like it got serious, and then it just was like submission. Hold on, wait. And myself, like I've always did what I wanted to do. Like even when I was previously married, like I had never, I guess, submitted myself to anybody. So I'm just like, well, I guess this is life. But it just took me a while, like, to get adjusted. And then you had this expectation on me that I needed to do what your previous girlfriends did, and I needed to figure out things like that they figured out about you. And I'm just like, well, I'm not these bitches. Like in my head, this is what I said. And I said this to my therapist several times. I'm like, I don't know them, first of all, to even know what they do. And the things I've heard about them are not the greatest thing. I heard some positive things, but we're nothing alike. Besides plus size, we're nothing alike. And I'm just like, I don't even know how to be like somebody who I've never met. And it was very challenging to...
You can't be like nobody but you either way.
Right, but you didn't understand that.
I mean, I did understand that. I just wanted you to understand that I couldn't give you a manual. You wanted a manual to situations that other people just figured out on their own. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but like even when it came down to like washing clothes or clean up the house, well, so-and-so used to do it like this. I don't give a fuck about what so-and-so used to do. I'm not her. We operate completely different. I'm doing what I want to do. Like, just because she was freaking a homemaker, like at one point in time, that's what you wanted me to be. You wanted me to be...
I grew up always wanting a housewife. Like, I don't think there was a point of me growing up that I didn't want a housewife.
Yeah,
like,
but you always, like, you missed it. Like, you always compared me to somebody else.
Right,
like,
and I mean, I did. We went through therapy, and
right.
I apologize for that. It seems like you act like there was no healing.
There definitely, I'm not saying that there's no healing. I'm sorry.
Healing. Like, it sounds like you...
I'm just thinking about it again.
It sounds like it's revving up some old feelings. And, it sounds like it's something that we worked through.
Oh, yes, we definitely worked through. But, I mean...
It don't sound like it. Y'all what y'all think? Sound like to me, sister still feels some type of way. So I don't know. Feeling some type of way. Feeling salty, are we? But I think that it was just a misunderstanding. Like what we've always learned, which is still something we deal with today, is miscommunication. Because I've always set the expectation, no matter who I dated. When I dated Brittany in high school and when I dated her again, like I always have set the expectation because I knew who I was called to be and what I was called. Like I just knew that I didn't know when I was ever gonna walk in it. I didn't know when I was gonna, but I knew because it had always been told to me. Like I've always had people tell me who I was and you know what I was called to do and the things that I would be able to do, and I would look at them like they're crazy. But I also knew that I lacked so much when it came down to taking care of myself. And that's just me being honest, that I was better at taking care of people than I was myself. And I still struggle with that sometimes, most times. Like I can take care of other things, like Bello has the world and so does Brittany. But I may feel like I have nothing. Not because no one is giving to me, it's just because of an internal situation, right? So knowing that I didn't mind being the provider, knowing I knew I was I've always been the one to work, but so has Brittany. Brittany was working in high school, I was working in high school, like, you know, so like having a housewife was something that I felt was better for my life and the type of life that I had desired to live. I was supposed to have kids by the age of 6. you know, like just all that. Like, yeah, I'm 29, still no kids, and you know, me and Babe decided we set a day, a age when we want to start having kids. But prior to then, I had always wanted kids. Like, I was willing to have kids by myself. Like, I, with or without someone, like, you know, it's just so much I had wanted to do that I was so passionate about doing things that I would do them alone. Going to China, having kids, whatever life-changing events. I was the type of person, no matter who I was in a relationship with, I tried to set the expectation, you are not forced to do this. This is something that I want to do. And unfortunately, when you get in relationships, automatically people feel like what one does, the other one have to do, or you're not ride or die. And that's not how that works. Like, I am who I am with or without you, and you are who you are with or without me. And some people are go with the flow type of people, and some people are like, no, you go do that and I'll be right here. It's not, I don't need to see you all the time for me to know you mine and I trust you enough. But that's not everybody's situation. It's like I need you tangible. You need to be in my house, in my bed every night. I need to see, feel, hear. Like, I need that type of person. Or some people are in marriages where they have partners that constantly travel and they see their partner a few days a month. Firefighters, like, you know, just so many different fields and so many different jobs that people make it work in their relationships where that person still lives their dream and the other spouse live their dreams, and they make it work and they meet in the middle. And I didn't know anything about that, to be honest. I had never really seen that. So I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what it looked like for two individuals to live their lives. When I say live their lives, not out there cheating or open marriage, nothing romantic or relationship wise, but like just walking in their purpose, understanding that just because you're with somebody don't mean y'all have the same purpose. Sometimes we try to make each other have the same purpose because it sounds good. But me and Brittany was called to touch two different types of people. Me and Brittany was called to two different types of touch. I know that I gotta touch nations. Brittany okay with touching locals.
Sure is. But no, like, I just know I need to make an impact. I've always known that in my life. Like, I know I'm going to change lives, but I don't know in what capacity.
I know it. She don't see it, but y'all, Brittany gonna sell out stadiums. Y'all love Brittany. Comment down below. Tell Brittany y'all love Brittany. Brittany is a force to be working with, and she's a pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah. No way.
Am I saying something that's not true?
I mean, nah. But it's just, it's crazy. And like, I just wanted her to know that she's a piece of my puzzle. Like, she was meant to be, like, we were meant to be here. Like, throughout all of this, like, I regret nothing. Like,
I was toxic AF. I still probably am toxic AF. I deal with depression. I deal with anxiety. I deal with childhood trauma. If anybody I've ever hurt from my toxicity, I apologize from the bottom of my heart, because I understand that I have toxic behavior. And I definitely can say I thank God for my therapist. And I think that the people that are close to me thank God for my therapist as well.
Girl.
Because it's definitely a lot of growing that has taken place. I feel like I've grown.
Most definitely. She said that to us. The last time we was in couples therapy, she was like, if you could see y'all today, then what y'all walked in here as.
We walked in a hot ass mess. Like, just toxic on top of toxic on top of toxic. Like, old behavior, old relationships.
Just,
Babe came out of a
broken. I was all types of broken.
We both were. Like, we just had pieces. And I tell y'all that all the time. Do not get with somebody and you know you pieces. Luckily, it worked for us because we shared childhood trauma. So those pieces were already, we shared some of them pieces. Like some of our pieces was like, ooh, yeah, you still got that piece too. You still got that cut from that from when we was 14, and we had childhood trauma that we shared. But y'all, had she been someone new and I've been someone new, we would have both been like, oh, okay, I'm good. I'm good on any toxic boulevard. So I definitely think it was like, and our therapist knew it. Like she was like, y'all gonna be all right. Like she had always had hope, and we was like,
Sis,
I don't know, child. Like,
we don't know what you see.
We don't know what you see, but all we see is pieces, and it's just like, our therapist always told us that our relationship was never as bad as we thought it was, but we knew that we had to work on ourselves so much, which is why we do couples counseling as well as individual counseling, because you can't do one without the other and it be effective. You got to work on you. It ain't all on the relationship.
And we did it like
toy to toy, y'all.
We went hardcore though. Like most people don't have the time or the money, because it's very expensive to like do that, like especially back to back. And we were fortunate enough to be placed in a position where we were able to get the help that we need, because a lot of people still stuck.
But we were aggressive with it, like once a week, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, like it was not a every now and again, 6 months.
Not
here.
once a month or none of that. Like,
it was multiple times a month. Individuals, couples.
And this is years, y'all. I think we're on our 3rd or 4th year of counseling.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah. And we're still rocking, y'all. But I don't know. I just wanted baby to understand that I've changed, but I've changed so much for the better. Like certain things about myself, yes, I have lost, but I've also gained so much. Like I regret nothing. I don't even regret not finishing makeup school. Like I regret nothing.
Yeah, I have regrets, because I feel like just like, you know, most of my exes, I definitely feel like I can come into people's lives and just change their lives completely. And it sucks because, you know, you can see potential in people and you can push them, and everybody don't like that push. And so if the push is not done in the right way, it's resentment there, and it's a lot of bad days. And I feel like Babe and I went through that as well.
Most definitely.
Because it was just like, I just want to be me. And it's just like, you know, we want to be ourselves, but we also want to grow. And sometimes it's hard to be yourself and grow, because yourself is sometimes stuck in the old you and not necessarily in where you're trying to go. And where we're trying to go, our toxic behaviors and our flaws, per se, areas that needed to be improved, wouldn't work with where we're going, with the boardrooms that we're trying to sit in. And you know, so it's so much that had to really be shaped and formed. And it's like almost going through a boot camp with the person you're in love with. Everybody likes, you know, they go through boot camp with the sergeant or with somebody that do boot camp, because you get to hate that person and you get to be mad at that person and then be thanking that person later, because like, if you never pushed me, I would have never knew I had it in me. But I don't know, like for me, like I just wish that I would have let Bae be, because she would have just had a whole different life, is how I feel. Like this wouldn't be her life.
No, I wouldn't be an entrepreneur. I don't know, I might have. Like, it has piqued my interest before, but I always tell myself, like, nah, sis, that's too much work. And most of the career choices that I would have chose, I don't know that I would have been happy with, because I always ran from things that always seemed like too much work. Because it was always taught to me that you just do something that you're good at, or you do something that you got somewhat of a passion for, and you